Polar Opposites, Episode 5. I think this anime continues to raise the bar of what a romance anime should be. The fact that we are even getting exposition on support characters like Nishi, like I really like Nishi a lot. I think what we got from her, where it's a character that's like very shy, very he overthinks a lot, and you just don't know what to say, even if it's just on a neutral, friendly level, not even to a romantic interest. And I really appreciate how we get development even for those characters, and how she starts to envy Tani, because Tani is a character that starts to break out of his shell, and with someone like her, she still hasn't found that perfect spot to break. She still hadn't broken out of that shell, and it's just really sweet how towards the end, like I really think how there's basically two parts of the anime of the episode where you see Nishi and then you see Suzuki and Tani. I think both parts are great, but I think this part where he's just reminiscing. He's just actually just thinking about how he could be like him, how he could actually struggle, and it's just so very wholesome seeing how someone like Yamada, not Yamada, yeah Yamada is like actually laser focused. She is like actually adamant on her and her only. Like the fact that he is still looking at her consistently, and it's just so really wholesome because at times he's just not even aware of it. But the fact that he's just so, the fact that like he's so adamant and like I figure out what with this girl, while meanwhile this girl she is like struggling because like it is such a dare to your soul type thing. It is so cute seeing how like she perceives that as something that like something negative as a negative connotation, as something that is not she wasn't meant to be a part of that conversation, and she's just so terrified. And the fact that like he Yamada like actually go out his way to try to talk to Nishi because she still tries her best. But the fact that he even talking about bread, this man went all this way to talk about bread. He went all this way to talk about bread stickers. I don't even think he really cared about bread stickers all that much. But the fact that he's going this hard, going on such a leap, just to be able to find somebody to talk to this girl, it is so very cute. When you have to force a conversation, like, it's just so very cute how his approach to talking to someone. Cause he's still not all the way there yet with talking to someone that's the polar opposite. But the fact that he's trying so hard to get this girl to break out of shell, like it is so cute to me. Like it is so very interesting seeing how someone like Tani is just so very cute. How like he very attentive. I think someone like Tani, the fact that he continues to he even admit that the girl killed. The fact that someone like Suzuki and Tani, Suzuki and Yamada, the fact that they both said the girl was cute, but Suzuki said someone else. But the fact that he is so interested in that girl, but he still had this blank stare about him. Like he still doesn't really fully understand, and the fact that he's like still consistently talking to him, the fact that he's still consistently like the fact that this girl right here like you can see the scheme on his face, and the fact that this girl is basically the third wheel. She is basically the third wheel, and the fact that she is like the fact that like again, like it's already a weird topic to talk about bread, but it's just very cute how she doesn't really seem to mind it. Like again, it is breaking out of her shell. Like it's just so very, and the fact that like he is struggling, downright wanting to say it as much as possible. She wants to. Like I know when we all have that moment when you're the third wheel and you can see the tension and you just want to tell them to get together already. It's just so one to one like real life. I really do appreciate how accurate this is to real life and how funny. Cause it really does hit to home, and the fact that we are still consistently talking about breast stickers. We are still like the fact that like he has the personality of an old man. The fact that he is still struggling. It is just so crazy. The fact that like she's still stuck on why are we talking about breast stickers. He's more so stuck on she's more so on the specification of breast stickers. She's more so wondering how to handle the stickers, and the fact that like she's like the fact that it's just so crazy to me how she overthinks on the simple stuff, even like bread stickers. Like it is so cute seeing how they're kind of similar in a way. Like I know they're both polar opposites, if you will, but the fact that their mindset they don't really seem to clash all that well. They kind of complement each other, which is the same as someone like Nishi and Tani. I mean, oh my lord, Nishi and Yamada. I don't know why I keep saying that, but the fact that like someone like Yamada, I mean not Yamada, this guy right here, the fact that this guy, all the boys are finding love. This guy right here has nothing. He is like basically alone for the most part. And the fact that like when you see someone like this guy, where he like straight up admits that he's full of self. Like it's just so cute, and the fact that this guy right here is so baffled that he is the only guy left. He is the only man who's not in a relationship. Where this guy, like, he's a knucklehead. Like the fact that he got there before someone like him, it's just so sad because this guy's like the envy character. He always envy every single relationship, and it's just so sad because like this guy right here he the fact that he even fades away from existence like actual Thanos now. Like it is so crazy to me. Like it is so cute. Like I really appreciate how Yamada like even go out of his way to make his final move. And I thought for sure we were gonna like this girl also thought for sure he was gonna maybe do a bread sticker. But the fact that like he just straight up says it. He straight up like blurts it out and the fact that she even straight up admits to ask for a phone number. And I saw another point with conversation where if you ask a girl for their number, a random stranger for their information, like it can be seen as weird. It just depends on the vibe, really. It just depends on like what setting. Like it can be creepy in certain ways. It usually like if you like just ask a girl out the street, that's not gonna really work out that well. But with someone like this, where she's just genuinely asking and it's just so wholesome, I think it works really well. Where he just had this innocent look to him, and he just really wants to know her as a friend, and it's just so cute seeing how like I wish that could be brought back, where it's just a simple asking a girl out, and it just feels so very sweet to me. Like I wish it was that easy. Like it is not that easy for me. I will be honest with you. I could not do that to save my life is cool. But the fact that this guy is able to do that so casually is honestly so cute. But the fact that the fact that this girl is Steph, it is so it just feels so wholesome to me that like this is like the start of their relationship, and the fact that Nishi like she gonna be ready to join the group, and the fact that she gonna gotta get ready for all the shenanigans that's gonna happen, and it's just so crazy how she's gonna be a part of that friend group in the library, and it's just so wholesome seeing how everyone's gonna be everyone's gonna be together in one big formation and no one's going to be on the outside skirt. Like with someone like Tara, I keep forgetting to say the guy's name, but Tara, but like this guy's eventually, I don't know if he's going to date this girl. I'm assuming she will, but regardless, this guy's like the last one of the group who had to found any semblance, not even just from romance, but any semblance of peace and being able to get rid of those negative thoughts or those jealous thoughts. I really appreciate that not only we see something like that in the first part where you see DC and Yamada actually start to form somewhat of a connection, and then we go on to the distinct connection with with someone like Suzuki and Tani. And so Suzuki and Tani, I think is really, again, I just really like their relationship. The fact that they're still so scared to admit to their family that they have a relationship. Like I would genuinely wonder if they was eventually going to admit that they have a relationship, and the fact that they're so scared to, like he just blatantly says that they're going to go to the house, and obviously given that this anime, there was never going to be any sexual tension. I would have been actually shocked. This is more so a wholesome anime. I would have been genuinely shocked. I did not expect that to happen at all. But it's just so very cute seeing how she had all these thoughts in her head. But this is Tani we're dealing with. Tani is not the guy to be thinking about romance. He's just all about his studying and focusing on his goals. Like Suzuki needs to get her head out of the gutter. This is not that kind of anime, and the fact that we are dealing where she actually sees his room, actually discovers his room, it is so cute. Like I really do like how so even something like Tawny, like even something like him could catch him off guard. Where we see him, like actually, he actually thought it was gonna be a kiss, but he actually just get dumped for the cat. It is so wholesome. Like I really like this episode a lot. I'm more so the anime, anything else. Like it's just so many curveballs that I would have never expected for an anime like this. Cause for romance, I'm gonna be honest, they're kind of predictable to a certain extent. Like they really are. Like and the fact that we not only get that, but the fact that it's again episode 5, and we already like the fact that we already see the grandma see this, and the fact that we already see that like that she straight up says to miss it. The fact that like Sonny actually says like she straight up says like this is the first time Tawny has been so confident and so front forward with what he's saying, so forward with what he's saying. He's usually very quiet type, but the fact that he is so adamant about he's not shy about this at all. Like he's just so very wholesome to me. How he really genuinely appreciates his relationship to the point where he wants to tell his grandma without even making an inkling of an excuse. And the fact that like the grandma immediately just was immediately on board with the whole situation to the point where it just gave him the confidence that for Suzuki to tell her mom the truth as well. And it just I just really like the anime a lot. I just really like the vibes on how the on how both of the moms, if you will, are not saying anything. She's not saying anything, and someone like her like the fact that like she basically has his secret hostage, and she can, and the mom doesn't even know. The fact that she's like basically holding him at gunpoint, and she's not gonna let him, live this down. It's just so very wholesome to me. I think the anime was super slap. And like again, if you haven't watched the anime, I genuinely recommend you do. I cannot recommend the anime enough. Like again, the fact that we have seen so many positive reviews. Like a 3.5 is great, and the fact that like we have seen so many, the fact that a 4.9 for an anime of this caliber that only have 5 episodes, I think is great. I think in general, this episode was really good, like top to bottom. But regardless, let me know your thoughts on episode 5 and the continuance of episode 1 to current. What do you think of the progress of these certain characters? Let me know all of that in the comments below.